welcome back to desert golfing. That was not a good shot, and it will not reflect well on me in my final score. But nonetheless, we must continue. Ooh. I think that might make up for it. Just might. So recently, I've been I must admit, I simply have to. There's no way around it. I started that sentence not knowing where it was going to end, hoping that I would think of something that I've been doing recently. But it is working on Let's Play, working on my own videos over at youtube.com/ dboyfajardo. I don't know if there's a user in front of that or not. Reluctant Conquistador. The name has a history. You know what? Let's just talk about that real quick. That thing where you name yourself online at a young age, and then you're like, maybe I would do it a little bit different while I'm struggling on this hole. Let me just sort of slam jam this one so it'll not do what I wanted it to right there. And in retrospect, I could have known that. I could have done better. Oh no, there we go. So my family is full of let's say pretty tech savvy folks, pretty plugged in people who in part by their job sort of necessitate knowing the online spaces. And so when I was in middle school, or I think I might have even been a freshman in college, or not college, high school, very different. Lovely. My family was over the dinner table all Googling ourselves. As you do, a good family activity. Good wholesome fun. But my parents and my brother were all several of the first results. I think my brother was the only one who wasn't the first. At the time, I'm sure that's changed. And me, the one without so much as a Facebook page, of course, had no online presence. My name was not even attached to my Lego.com account. Goodbye, ball. Oh, good. It stayed in nearly the identical position for me to do a nearly identical shot. But for this time for it to work. And so the one who did come up for my name was a former governor of the Philippines. Now you may ask yourself, this is not my beautiful truck. This is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by little. No. Governor, huh? That seems a little odd, and that's because this was colonial Philippines in the 1500s. This is Spanish colonial Philippines, not to be mistaken with American colonial Philippines, not to be mistaken with Japanese colonial Philippines. Shout out to all the Filipinos. And your long history which makes me a little sad and happy that y'all still persevere. I met some great Filipinos when I was in New Zealand, as a total sidebar as we close in on 25. Just skipped right over it. And so for the rest of my family, they had their actual things, and I had this dictatorial colonial governor. And I'm like, I don't want to be a conquistador. That's not me. I don't want that. And so my dad, jokingly dubbed me the reluctant conquistador. I don't want your gold. I just want to be friends. Which I thought was very funny. Very nice. And this is going to be a little bit tricky. I think this will do it. Ooh, yeah, just so. A little bit further, and I think it would have just cleared it entirely. Had too much momentum. Well, speaking of too much momentum, bada bing, bong, de brong, doom. I don't like this. This is a big hill. Oh, I'm too impatient for this one right now. Don't make me do this. So of course when I picked it up for my YouTube name, I'll say I did not have the full suite of theory and vocabulary and sort of general thoughts under my belt as I do now. Oh no. Did I really? I'm really just goofing this one up, huh? There's fine. There we go. So it'll... No, this is tough. I don't want to goof this one up. Again, flat 10. No more, no less. Even if I really wish it was less. Come on, Friction. Don't be too messy on me. But I think to some degree, and this is my anthropology major talking here, I think to some degree, reluctant conquistador has a function as a name. I think it does a little good on acknowledging really the ways in which what is that? Do you see that? This right here. It's not just me, right? I'm not just kind of... What is that? I'm holding my phone up to my face so much that my glasses are starting to not work anymore. That's too much. Unless it's just enough, unless it's too much. I should have gotten here first stroke. No! No! No. Now stop. Good. I think it does a little bit of good in sort of acknowledging privilege as a thing that is a piece you as an individual cannot fully take away. Just as you as an individual cannot fully take away somebody else's race or gender or class or what else have you. These things are individually and socially defined. The defaults of which are also individually and socially defined. This is why you can sort of think in reverse of why like colorblindedness doesn't work. Where I don't know what that first shot that I did was, so let's see if that one works. Let's like just clear it. Yeah, like that. Yeah, we're like, you know, colorblindedness may ignore sort of a current state, but not past states that have contributed to the current state. And so like colorblind hiring can still be racist because you may be looking for things which people of color have been less privy to, maybe have not had the resources to get, like school prestige being one of those things, right? Where even if your hiring practices are colorblind, the things which inform what is on a resume have not been. And so, retroactively, okay, just stay there and that'll be fine. Retroactively, really? By the time I get around to editing this particular episode, I'm going to be like on a stretch where I'm like really trying to like lower the number, lower my sort of hit average, and I'm just going to be watching every stroke of this and crying. But yeah, retroactively, I mean, even to some degree, the initial joke itself, my dad is a very smart person, and I acknowledge that part of that dark humor of calling me a reluctant conquistador was in sort of realizing probable personal lineage. Like you can tell from Diego, probably, that I'm likely to be Latino, and I am. But I'm also white. And those individual two facets tell a lot of family history. Which I think adding in a feeling about it, reluctant. Adds a lot more too. Look at that hole in one. That was gorgeous. That was fantastic. We're gonna get to 50 today. Yeah, we can do that. You know what? I think that's a sign. It has landed just a little back from where it started. I think that's a sign that we're not going to get to 50. I think that's a sign that we're going to stop at 45. Thanks for coming through this little journey with me. It's going to be really funny if you are watching this in a future in which I have abandoned that as a YouTube name, found a way to properly file that serial number off. But I've not. I don't know if I will, at least not for a while, because most all of my old first videos start with me introducing myself as the Reluctant Conquistador, a jumble of words which, as someone who had not practiced enunciation, well, I think you should just watch for yourself. I have some good ones back then, too. But regardless, goodbye. See you next time. Have fun. Watch your step. Don't let the play button hit you on the home page out. Nailed it.